There are certain conversations about health that we are never taught how to have. They exist in the quiet spaces of our private lives, often shrouded in shame or the simple belief that they are no longer relevant. We talk about the health of our hearts, our bones, our minds, but we rarely speak of the health that is connected to our most intimate selves. As we age, many of us quietly close the door on our own sexuality, especially the private practice of self-pleasuring. We may feel it's something left behind in youth, or something that belongs only within a partnership. But what if I told you that this private act of self-connection is not just about pleasure? What if it is one of the most powerful, built-in tools your body possesses for managing stress, improving sleep, and maintaining the vitality of crucial biological systems well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond? If this message speaks to something you've been quietly contemplating, I invite you to stay with me until the end, because this is a conversation about health, respect, and reclaiming a part of yourself you may have thought was lost. And before we dive in, I'd be truly honored if you'd take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a like if this message resonates with your journey, and share it with someone you care about. Maybe a friend from church, a longtime neighbor, someone from your walking group, or even your brother or sister. And in the comments, please tell us where you're watching from and how old you are, because you'll see you're not alone. This is a space of care, and your story matters. There is a fundamental principle that governs our physical bodies. That which is not used atrophies. This applies to our muscles, and it applies to the intricate network of nerves, blood vessels, and tissues that make up our sexual anatomy. Think of these systems as pathways. Regular stimulation keeps these pathways open, active, and well-nourished with healthy blood flow. This circulation is vital. It brings oxygen and nutrients that maintain the health and responsiveness of the tissues in both men and women. When these pathways lay dormant for long periods, blood flow can decrease, nerve endings can become less sensitive, and the tissues can become less pliable and healthy. This isn't a failure of desire. It is a biological consequence of disuse. The body, in its efficiency, simply stops maintaining a system that it believes is no longer needed. The silent mistake is not an action, but a belief. It is the belief that our sexuality expires, or that it is somehow inappropriate or shameful to explore alone as we age. For many, the loss of a partner can feel like the end of that part of life. For others, the physical changes of menopause or andropause create a sense of disconnection from their own bodies. We begin to believe that this part of our identity is no longer valid. This cultural conditioning, combined with a lack of open conversation, leads many to abandon a natural and healthy biological function. We mistakenly equate sexual expression with partnership, forgetting that a connection with our own body is a lifelong relationship that requires nurturing. This abandonment is not a conscious choice, but a slow, quiet retreat driven by grief, societal taboos, and a profound lack of information about its importance for our overall health. The solution is to reframe this private act, moving it from the category of indulgence to the category of essential self-care and health maintenance. The health benefits are significant and well documented by science. When you experience an orgasm, your brain is flooded with a powerful cascade of beneficial hormones. It releases endorphins, your body's natural painkillers. It releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which reduces stress and fosters feelings of calm. And it releases dopamine, which is central to your brain's reward and motivation systems. This hormonal shift actively combats the stress hormone, cortisol. Furthermore, the physical arousal increases blood flow to the pelvic region, which is critical. For men, regular ejaculation is believed to contribute to prostate health. For women, it helps maintain lubrication, tissue elasticity, and pelvic floor muscle tone. And for both, the release of the hormone prolactin after orgasm is one of nature's most potent sleep aids. Consider the story of a woman who, after her husband passed away, felt as though a fundamental part of her had gone dormant. She was busy with friends and family, but she struggled with anxiety and sleepless nights. She felt disconnected from a body that she now saw as simply aging. After reading about the connection between solo intimacy and stress reduction, she decided, with some apprehension, to approach her own body not with a sense of loss, but with curiosity and as an act of self-care. She wasn't seeking to replace what she had lost, but to reclaim herself. The results, she would later say, were astonishing. It wasn't about the fleeting moments of pleasure. It was about sleeping through the night for the first time in years. It was about a noticeable decrease in her daily anxiety. It was about feeling a renewed sense of ownership and peace within her own skin. A quiet vitality that began to ripple out into all other areas of her life. Our bodies are designed with an innate wisdom. They possess natural, built-in mechanisms for healing, for managing stress, and for creating profound feelings of well-being. To ignore these mechanisms because of outdated social taboos or personal shame is to deny ourselves one of the most powerful forms of self-care available to us. Reconnecting with your own intimate self is not a regression to youth. It is an act of mature self-respect. It is an acknowledgement that your body, in its entirety, is worthy of care, attention, and pleasure throughout your entire life. It is about honoring the whole person you are today and using every tool you have to live with as much vitality and peace as possible. You're not too old, it's not too late. Your body still remembers how to heal. It just needs your help to begin. Thank you for trusting us with this deeply personal and important conversation. If this story touched something in you, a question you've had, or a feeling you couldn't name, we are grateful you stayed until the end. If you found value in this respectful approach, I would honor you if you'd subscribe, leave a like, and perhaps even share this with a trusted friend who might need to hear this message. And in the comments, we invite you to reflect with us. Is it time we, as a society, spoke more openly and honestly about all aspects of healthy aging? What does the word vitality truly mean to you at this stage of your life? We read every word because this is a space for real stories, and yours matters. And if there's a topic you'd like us to explore next, please let us know. We're here to serve you.